Good evening, Lacrosse fans. Welcome. The final regular season home game for your Ghostbirds. Taking on the Middleton Cardinals, a legitimate top 5 team in the state. So we'll see how this, we're gonna have to step up. Gonna be a tough one, but let's see what we can do. So opening face-off is won by number 31, that's Chelsvig. Good to see Nathan Frank back in the circle. Nathan got a little banged up there when it came to down in Tosa. Tweaked the knee a little bit, but he's back, so that's good news. So let's see what the Cardinals, see what they bring on offense. Again, they got a really nice record, and they're ranked pretty high. Wafel causes a turnover, gets it on the ground. Let's see. Nope. So that was number 4, Mazer, who was able to pick it up. Nice save by, wasn't sure he had it, but he had it up in his jersey. Good work by Carbon. A little too much under that. They were able to pick it off. See if we can't slow things down. Thankfully, they threw it away, so that's going to be our ball. All right. Now we'll get to transition it back. So Van Helden's going to bring it in. Wait, what? No, didn't see a deflection there, but unfortunately I'm not calling the game, so I guess it's going to stay with Middleton. I did not think that ball was deflected. I think that just was a clean miss. Well, why does this always happen after a missed call? Something bad always happens, so what can you do? So that's 37 from 9 will be the scoring on that. I think that was... I don't have a 37 on my roster, so I guess we have an unknown scorer with that one. Ashley has the assist, and our unknown scorer, 37. That's 1-0. It's sent back down deep. Let's see if Devers can come up with it. Frank with a big hit, but 29, Giroux was able to sustain it. Now 15 for them, that's Anderson C. See with the long pole, gets it down, and let's see what kind of changes they make. Maybe that was 30, was that 37 or 31? Maybe it was 31. Yeah, I thought 37, because I know 31 out there. I have him on the roster, but I don't have a 37, so yeah, that's a challenge, but nice job holding his post. See if that thing, let's push him out there if we can, push him out. That's 24, Anchetta. 9, Everson has it. Now make a move by Mazer. Mazer getting it up front, blocked by Brockington. Unfortunately, bounce right back to Achenbach. Everson sends it deep. Good snag. There we go. Good job, guys. Don't want to get caught. Oh, friendly fire. Number 3 got hit by friendly fire there, Piscini. If we can't scoop that up. Van Helden does. Gets it over to Owen Carbon. Carbon looking deep. Gets it over to Wafel. Wafel looking. It's Dix. Dix now needs to grab. He's able to actually get it over toward Wadzinski. Ball support, guys. Let's get it on over. I think we're going to get a failure to advance here pretty quickly if we don't move. Yep. And yeah, it was the right call. We just can't wait for the Middleton. It doesn't a good look if they blow it 5 or 6 seconds after the Middleton coaches all call it. So comes up to us. Wafel now gets the touch. Oh, now we got to get rid of that a little bit earlier. Mazer. Got to settle things down. Maybe talk to a couple of the officials here. These guys got to crank it up here. They didn't have a real good first couple minutes, I'm not going to lie. So be good to see them kind of get into the game themselves here. Again, this is a really good team, so it's going to be a challenge. So can't sit around and wait for good things to happen. Got to make them happen. Of course, a successful senior night the other night. Owen Carbon with a really nice game for a shutout. We got a couple of measuring stick here before the postseason. So 31, that's Chelsvig wins the draw again. They're able to get it in and get the touch. So Piscini looking back. Now number 10, Aschenbach. Aschenbach over to 24, C. C over to 37, who's our mystery man tonight. And C with the... he's not a bad player for a guy who wasn't good enough to make the program. And I say that, of course, in jest. Yeah, not a bad player at all. I think he's worthy of making the program, Frank, next time. That's my humble opinion. All right, so... yeah, we're having a little trouble with getting possession here. That's tough to score from our own end here, so that's something we're going to have to figure out a way to clean up. A couple of, we had one that a bad call was made to give it back to Middleton. And then we had a turnover, unfortunately, and so yeah, we've struggled to get possession. Knocked down, good play by, I think that was Mako. So Carbon has it. Carbon going to get it up to Mako. Mako taking some time, taking some space. All right, we got a midi there. Good job. Oh, shucks. What's the call here? We got some kind of something on Brady Schmidt? No. I don't know what he was pointing at. Oh, were they offside? Maybe they were offside. I think they might have been offside. Middleton was. So that's going to be the Pere ball. Oh. Oh. Yep. Looking back. 30 seconds. So here'd be a good opportunity to get a look. Here we go. So Roman, it's over to Stadler, who hit Shenyan. They went around the horn here. It's rolling back over to Wadzinski. Oh, good job. Oh, yeah. Van Helden tried, but unfortunately that's going to go over. Oh, they get somebody else, so he must have been pushed. Okay, so that's good. So we got about 15 more seconds here on that penalty. Stadler over to Shenyan. Shenyan to Rasmussen. Rasmussen gets it over to Wadzinski. Wadzinski to Rasmussen. He's going to get a look and a goal. There you go. Rasmussen from Wadzinski. There we go. So that's a good job getting a little 2-on-1 over there. Yeah, I think they overcommitted to try to take the middle away. So they were able to take a 2-on-1. 2-on-1 with our best attackers. We'll take that. We'll take that matchup. So good job by Rasmussen. And good job by Wadzinski. So see if we can't get that. Nathan Frank with some good hustle there. All right, now that's in the box. So let's go ahead and everybody can get engaged there. But it looks like Lamp is going to get to it first. Lamp goes up to one of those other long poles. That's Schwartz. Schwartz with the move, gets by Rasmussen. See if they stayed onside. Looks like they did. 29 did a good job of holding. Good awareness. All right, so Middleton now has it, 3-1. Ghostbirds were able to break that ice. That's important to not let things get away. It's hard to win matches in the first period, but you can kind of lose them if you get away. So it was important that we didn't let that gap become too big. Number 10, that's with the shot. That's going to go to Middleton. That's Aschenbach. He's been pretty involved so far. He's got an assist. 7, that's Johnson. Johnson tries for Eckenbach, but Mako comes out with it. Let's see who he can hit. Wafel's there. Wafel back over. Go ahead and hit. Looking for somebody. Make your pass. Yep. Got to make that pass, Dane. Come on, get rid of it. Had Mako. Can't hold that too long. These guys are attacking. So that's going to be a turnover. Good job by, we kind of gave up a little space but to see, but good job by Owen Carbon to bail us out there. He hits Shanyon. Shanyon with some speed. That's a pretty good job by the Middleton defender. Yeah, they're overplaying some stuff, so we're going to have to just keep moving. Good snag there by number 3, Patrick Piscini. Yeah, they're not afraid to play aggressive, and so we're going to have to make sure we got to pass it. You draw a double, that means somebody's open. Got to remember that. So that's number 9, Everson. Everson making his move. Oh, it's mishandled momentarily. Nice job by Henry Mako. There you go. Mako with it. Taking some space here. Hitting Leo Dos. Dos gets it into Roman. There you go. Roman with the touch. Good job, Roman. Got a little 2-on-1 going there. That was a good play by them. They recognized we were changing, so they put 2 guys on them. I love it. That's how you should play D. So Stadler now up top trying to make a move to 37, who we found out is Couchner. That's our mystery man. The one mystery solved this evening. So Devers over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen mishandled. Unfortunately, that's going to go over to 25. That's Schwartz. Dos goes for the hit. Good move by Schwartz, though. Yeah, oh, that was tough. Yeah, 3 from 14. Piscini's going to get the goal from Aiden Dowd. Yeah, we got to slow that down a little bit better. We kind of got caught in transition there. Van Helden was in no man's land. He had a 2-on-1 situation going against him. So there you go. So 4-1. Frank back out again. There you go. Good job. Way to defend. Oh, that's going to go over. Yeah. Yeah. That's just. We got to have some composure. We got to be fast but not rushed. We got to have some composure with the ball here. When we're. Oh, there you go. Nice. Oh, shucks. Nice job on the double team. That could have been a really great transition situation. Yeah. Shoot. Roman and. It was a hustle play, but he's going to get an offside. Yeah, our composure right now, we probably could crank it up a little bit. Let's, we just got to be composed when things are not going to our liking, which against a good team is going to happen. So they're going to pass it around here, and hopefully we can get the stop. Rasmussen's going to have to go for an offside as soon as we touch it up. Nice job by Mako taking that pass away to the middle. Some of the loose balls. Yeah, Roman's been out. That's a good play. Nice job by O. Yeah, Roman it's smart by Roman to go ahead. He was going to get the offside call anyway, so why not go ahead and take it? So it's going to be 30 seconds for Rasmussen.
Rasmussen with an offside call against him. That'll put him in the box for 30 seconds.
All right, so we'll go down to right around 108. Let's see if we can't defend this man down. 4-1, Ghostbirds are down. Again, a very aggressive Middleton team, but I don't see that. I don't say that in a demeaning fashion. It's not a. It's just a good physical, playing the right way kind of aggression so far. So credit to them. So 10 over to 37. Kalschner Over to Piscini. Kalshner ripped one, but got blocked. All right, so we are, nice job by O, and we're back to full strength.
Ghostbirds back to full strength.
Under a minute now. See if we can't make it. Let's not give up anything here right at the end. Let's feel like we killed that penalty off and have a nice momentum of getting a stop. That'd be great. Let's do this here. Number 9, that's Everson. Making a move to the middle. Number 10, that's Achenbach. And they take the shot wide, but they are the closest there, so of course they will retain possession. Mazer was behind the net. 31 seconds remaining in the first period, 4-1 Middleton. See what they see what we can do here. Let's get another stop. Brockington go ahead and taking Mazer, that's 4. Mazer with some speed, but Brockington did a good job of sticking with him. Now 37, that's Dix trying to defend. And it bounced on over, good hustle. Good hustle by Brockington, but that's going to go ahead and go to Middleton. So 13 seconds, feel free to take your time, Middleton. Take your time, take your time. There you go. All right, so good job. Brockington gave ground and kept Mazer from getting any kind of angle. It was clear he was going to try to walk in and he was going to try to see if he could get one top shelf, but Brockington didn't let him above the goal line. So nice job by Cade. So 4-1 so far. We had some struggles getting some possession early when we were able to. We took advantage of the man-up situation, so that was good. Let's make sure we try to get a few possessions and let's see what we can do. Again, a really good Middleton team. All kinds of firepower and it's strong on D, and they play aggressively, attacking the ball. So when we get double teamed, we have to be ready for that. You know, we can't try to always beat double teams, power through them. Sometimes we got to just make a nice pass and find the guy who's open. And so hopefully we make that adjustment here. Sometimes drawing the double is good, but that means someone's open, so we have to recognize that. So mostly sunny day, of course, as the sun's setting in behind us. A little bit of a haze and clouds, but a mostly sunny day. We're already in the shadows. Shadows because the grandstands are on the west side. So the sun's behind us when we get to the evening here at Pere High School. So 4-1 again after one period, and let's see what we can do here. Be nice. Let's get the possession. Let's get a goal. Set the nice tone. We know they're going to come after it aggressively though, so that's something we're going to have to be ready for. So that's something we're going to have to not allow ourselves to just be. We just have to be aggressive. We just have to match that aggression. All right, so Frank out there again against Schelsvig. They're able to scoop it up. So 20 now has it. That's he got the touch. That's Arp. Now they're going to make some changes. Like, see us attack that a little bit more. Maybe double down low. Chase him. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and man up here. That's number 9, Everson with it. Everson with a shot that rings the post. 10, Achenbach with it. Achenbach up top. Stadler defending him. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Frank. Number 4, Mazer. Mazer's got some pretty good. Oh, that's a tough one. That was a nice play. Yeah, Mazer's got some wheels. He's created some things. That's an assist by Mazer, and it's going to be Piscini with the goal. I think we kind of got caught. Yeah, Van Helden was sliding to help. And unfortunately, it meant the back door was open with Piscini. All right, so Grady Schmidt going to try his hand in the face-off dot here. They got somebody else out there? Is that hard to see the numbers when they're turned? No, no, it's their same guy is out there. He is their face-off specialist. That's why he's out there. Wins the draw, comes right out. So getting them a lot of possessions here, that's something we're going to have to try and figure out. How can we get some more possessions? Tough to do much in this sport without possession. So Kalschner walking in. Dix making a move on him. And a nice save by Owen Carbon. That's going to deflect out and to the Cardinals. Rowan Johnson going to go ahead and start the offense here. A little weave there to try to set some screens. Good job picking up their guys. That's 24, that's C. Bassini back to C, over to Kalschner. Looking to get him some action here. Roll it back, nicely done. Good, nice save by Owen Carbon. Put some pressure on him. Yeah, we're a little late with that pressure. They're taking it out high now. That's number 3, Piscini with it again. Piscini gets it over to Kalschner. Kalschner over to Achenbach. Takes a bounce shot. Oh, that was a good, actually, the rebound there, 7-24. C with the goal, 7 with the assist. Yeah, if you're going to miss bad, miss it to one of your guys, and that's exactly what happened. And 7 was there to gather in the errant shot and fed it right back. Nathan Frank back out to take the draw. Come on, Nathan, let's get us this one. So 6-1 Middleton. They're winning some draws clean, and it's struggle. Nice block by Michael Van Helden. Gets a piece of it. Attack that. Come on, attack that, boys. They got 3 guys running out. Attack it. We'd like to see us be a little more aggressive and not let them just do what they want. They are certainly not doing that. They are not returning that courtesy, and I say that with a laugh because, of course, they are under no obligation to give us space and time. But we're giving them a ton of space and time, and that's working for them. So, yeah. It's going to be a whole lot to very little if we don't start paying attention to covering our guys. So that was 7 from 4. That's Johnson from Mazer. Yeah, we're just kind of watching right now. We're doing a lot of spectating. That's not going to work. They're a very good team, but we're making them look even better by standing and watching. So we got to stop doing that. That gets flipped back, and that gets scooped up by 29. Giroux. Couple good whacks at it by Frank, but Giroux able to grab. All right. So know who you got and cover them. Come on. No ball watching here. That's loose. Nice job by Frank. Couldn't quite get the loose ball back. Good hustle by Griffin C to grab it. Nice job by there you go. Leo Dos. Get rid of it, Leo. Ah, shoot. Leo tried with a nice pass to Wadzinski, but again, they're just attacking it at every opportunity, and we need to make them pay. If you're not going to find the open guy and get transition goals, they're just going to continue to attack. And that was a lot of standing. A lot of standing.
Score by Piscini.
Bassini from Johnson, and yeah, we spectated again. So, you know, I don't know. But making a good team look great tonight. Time for us to move our feet. Come on, boys. You're a better lacrosse team than this. All right, so Grady Schmidt in there. And Grady, oh shoot, had a shot at it. All right, so now Middleton has it again. That's 3, that's Bassini. Bassini over to Johnson. There you go. Now we just got to play a little more aggressive. Play aggressive, physical. There you go. Nice job. Good job by Mako. Wafel has it. Oh, shoot. And, yeah. They're a really good team, and right now they're an extremely lucky team, and that's when you're both lucky and good, that's a bad combination as an opponent. Every loose ball is just bouncing right through these guys right now, but what can you do? What can you do? Just got to keep playing. Luck evens out. Luck evens out. You got to remember that. So, yeah, I mean, right now they're just a really good team who's getting every bounce. I assume so. I assume that was our timeout. Just say, guys, you can't hang your heads about luck. You just can't. Yeah, you just can't. Good team and every bounce going their way, and that's probably putting it mildly. So if you can sense frustration in my voice, your sense is correct. Very, very frustrating to see it when they get every break like that, but what can you do? You just got to make your own breaks. Got to play physical, got to play tough, got to play smart. Right now they're doing a better job of that than we are. So it's 7:06 left in the second, 9-1. Got to go at them. Got to go at them. If they're just going to attack the ball, then you got to move the ball. You'll have all kinds of space. If we move the ball quick, we're going to have a ton of space because they're just daring us to make a pass. They're just going to attack the ball relentlessly, and if you try to beat it by running through it, you're in trouble. And if you beat it by the pass, you'll whip them all day. So that's got to be the mentality. All right, so Nathan Frank out there against Chelsvig. Oh, trying to grab. Nice job. Push him out. I think they called a timeout when he picked it up. That's a pretty good timeout by the coach. Yeah, 31 was going to get pushed out, and the coach got the timeout just before that happened. So that was a good timeout. So 6:49 left. It's going to be Middleton possession in their defensive zone to start. Let's get that attacked. Go from there. So let's play aggressive, boys. I mean, it's what it comes down to. They're just playing more aggressive than us right now, and so we have to match that and go from there. Get some guys covered. All right, Middleton's moving it. All right, so let's get him picked up. There we go. Good job, guys. Flipped it over to Carbon. Carbon hits Wafel with the high pass. Trying to keep it in. That's going to be Middleton. Tried to go up and get it, but that was about at the top of his reach. All right, so Middleton's going to bring it back out and go back on offense. Again, they are just being uber aggressive, and we just have to beat it by the pass. And if you do, you're going to have all day. If you don't, you're going to defend all day. Plain and simple. That's off the post. Get over and back. Come on. Give him a push. Kane didn't quite have him lined up how we wanted. There we go. Wafel tried to hit Kane, but that's how we got to do it. We got to move the ball. They just didn't connect, and now they missed on the connection. So we got a break on that one. So that's going to turn over to us. 5:42 left in the second. So number 6 is Grady Schmidt. Got to go to the ball, boys. Make sure we move. He's going to try to hit, gosh darn it all. Tried to hit Mako, but that got defended. We're just not recognizing who's open right now. Making it real easy on these guys, which they don't need. They're a good team. All right, so Johnson with it. Beavers defending. Brockington helped double. Good job by, I think they were in the crease, so yeah, we're going to get a freebie there. Let's make sure we get somebody open here. Mako has it. Now back to Owen Carbon. Carbon looking for the open man. Roman just not connecting. Roman couldn't quite handle the pass. So back on defense. So let's see, it's Everson has it. Dix has him. And there you go. Little pressure. Van Helden slid over, a little pressure, and got him to throw it away. So there you go. Now here's the key. Let's not have our own throwaway here. So Brockington has it. See if he's going to go ahead and make the move here. He's able to hit Stadler. Oh, yeah, we got to be careful with those passes across the field, boys. Oh, darn it all. Yeah, that was a mistake. Brockington's going to have to turn to pick up the long pole on that one. And Dix, let's go and get it. Good job by Brockington. Recovering. It's Michael Van Helden. Van Helden had Nathan Frank, went back over to Brockington. Somebody's got to get open. Back over to Carbon. Carbs. Yeah, failure to advance. So, yeah, I mean, at least there's some composure to it, and we're not kind of panicking with the ball, but we still got to find somebody open. Again, if they're gonna be aggressive, you gotta attack yourself. Good job by Grady Schmidt. I like that. That's exactly what we need there. All right, that's exactly what we need. Got to play physical. It's a contact sport. All right, so Middleton trying to look up. There we go. Got the ball down on the ground. Now let's attack it. Our aggression level's ramped up, and it's just, we haven't just let them stand around. We're not standing around and letting them just do what they want. So, I mean, that's an improvement. That's a step forward. So much better job the last few minutes. We haven't generated anything on offense, but defensively we're not spectating anymore. Ken's going to have a rip, and he puts it by. That's Achenbach again. I like our aggression level. I was calling for it, and it's much better. We're much more aware of who's coming and going. They set the screen there. There you go. Push him out. Nice job by Carbon. Tried the underhand shot, but Mazer unable to convert. Good job by Owen. So 2:23 left in the second period, 9-1. So Mazer brings it in. A couple guys are able to get on him, and he didn't have much of an angle. He ended up throwing it over the goal, but their guy got back to retain possession. That's Johnson, I believe. Tried the underhand again, and it got caught up in traffic, but oh geez, the rebound was there. And ripped it wide. Now we got to get some more of those loose balls, boys. Aggression's better. Now we got to be the ones winning those loose ball battles. Here we go. 9-10 over to Mazer 4. Back up to 10. That's Achenbach. Brady Schmidt putting a little more aggression on there. Good job by him on Griffin C. See what they're trying to set up here. They're back to C way out to try to get an angle. Trying to pass it in. Nice save by Carbs. Good job by Mako to settle it down and get it to Carbs. All right, now let's get somebody open. Here we go. That's going to go over to Wafel. Let's see who he has. He's making a move. Gets it over to Dose. Dose has got to get it in the touch. He gets a touch. Good job. Dose has some room. Let's see what he's got. I think we were in the crease there. So, you know what? Good job by Leo. They gave him an alley, and he ran with it. That's what you got to do. They got to be offside. They don't have enough, or either that or they just don't have enough guys over there, but they only had 2 on defense there, on an attacker.
Good save by Carbon.
Carbon with the save. He gets it over to Cade Brockington. Gets it over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen to Wadzinski. Wadzinski. Hey, there we go. Nice job. Shenyan. Parker Shenyan. Nice job, Parker. Way to clean up. He didn't have a ton of time. Wadzinski was going to go for the shot, but he got pushed below the goal line. So he found the open man. They've done that to us how many times, and maybe we took note. So that's exactly what we need to do there. Find that open man. Shenyan went right in front of the crease. Went to the open area. That's the play. So that takes it to 9-2. 31.7 seconds left. See if we can't get a possession here. Let's see if we can't get another look. So 9-2 now. All right, so goes over there. Let's see if it gets past the 30. It does not, but gets it into play now. Let's attack. That's right. Attack, boys, attack. All right, their goalie gets it on over to 28. One of their long poles back on D. That's Lamp. He gets it up to 29. One of their middies, Giroux. Coming with some speed. Gonna have to pick him up. That's off the post. And that's gonna be, should be our ball. Yeah. So 1.4 seconds left. We aren't gonna be able to do anything with it, so just let it eat out, I guess. There you go. All right, so at least we had a positive end to the period with a Parker Shenyan goal. So Rasmussen from Wadzinski on the man up in the first period, and our second period goal was Shenyan from Wadzinski. So I'm going to take myself a break here, as I often do. So 9-2, you're watching Ghostbird Hockey, presented to you by Old Bird Media on De Pere High School YouTube. And welcome back. Half number 2. And, it's been a really challenging effort tonight against a very good Middleton team who's came out physical and aggressive, and we took some time to match that. Things have looked a lot better once we started matching it, but yeah, it took a while. So, you know, I think that you can see what an experienced team they are. They're very, very experienced. They got a very senior-laden team, and you can also see some spots where we're banged up. You know, we're trying to figure some things out. So short stick midi is just a spot where we've had some guys in and out of the lineup, and that's a spot where it's a struggle right now. So we get it going here. It's again, their guy is Chelsvig against Frank, and they're able to get that. So see, we got Rasmussen going to move up and try some midi. Just to switch it up a little bit, see what we can bring. All right, so number 10 throws it over to 37, and that's again Kalschner. Thank you to the film guy up here for Middleton had helped us out early in the game, so we appreciate his knowledge of the roster. And a fire goes wide. We did a better job. Again, we're just doing a little bit better job of making them pass it on the perimeter and take shots like that versus walk right in and pick a spot. So slide there. That goes well wide. That was a shot by Everson. So we're just doing a much better job picking that up, and we're going to have to be quick to rotate if a guy gets beat. Gets it down low. Nice pick by Van Helden. Got it out of harm's way for the moment. Loose ball was right there by the crease, and he was able to get rid of it. There's a good job. Oh, that was an unfortunate. Yeah, boy, every time. We did a great job there, and where does it bounce? Right to one of their guys. I think that was that 9, I think. Again, really nice job, and yeah, just one of those things. I mean, when a team this good is going to get breaks that big, what can you do? So 10-2. Elsig, their guy, gets one, goes and gets it in the box, and sends it out. What else they're looking to set up here? That's, yeah, they're just going to make get some substitutions. Got a whole big bench there. We'll see. See when their coach starts using some of the different guys. Not too much so far, but looks like, unfortunately for us, this might be one of those nights with that opportunity. So there were some things up top there. Good job by Carbon. Good scoop up by Brockington, but unfortunately that number 7 was able to, Johnson was right on top of him, and before he could get any steam going, Johnson was able to chalk it right out of his hand. So back to Middleton. Devers able to at least push him a little further than he wanted, too wide, and that was number 10, Achenbach with the shot, went wide, but Mazer was back, so he recovers. Possession. Mazer tries with the behind the back shot, missed it well wide. That's going to stay here with Piscini back in there. So Piscini gets it going. Going down in about 9.5 minutes in the contest, 10-2. Nice job by Van Helden. Brockington gets it over to Owen Carbon. All right, let's move the ball now. Let's move, boys. Going for Rasmussen, and unfortunately that was picked off. Yeah, we got to move, and we kind of just looked like we exhaled a little bit. That the ball was out of their possession, and we didn't move a whole lot. So back on defense we go. Good pressure. Oh, Owen, there you go. Carbon with the save. And Carbon might have got hit funny, maybe on the hand or something of that nature. Timeout to Pere. Let's see if Carbon needs a little attention. Or was it a stick? Oh, yeah, I see. A little breakage of the basket, so glad Owen's okay. This basket is not, so let's see what they do. Wasn't a bad time to call a timeout anyway. So that'll be our possession. All right, come on, White. Move and get somebody open. Take some space, maybe run with them. There we go, off to Van Helden. Music. There you go. All right, so Van Helden hits Mako. Mako had it, lost it. Now trying to scoop it, trying to get it to his guy. Brockington gets it over. Nice job to Wadzinski. Wadzinski now is going to have some transition. Wadzinski has it. That's a pretty good job by Middleton. They did a nice job of getting back. Credit to them on that. Looked like we might have some numbers, but just didn't quite materialize. Guys crashed the net well, but Middleton got back. Wadzinski with the fire, and it went high, but that's going to go to us. Both Rasmussen and Shenyan, I think, were the two first closest guys. So Rasmussen going to bring it in. Rowe hits it up to Devers, I believe. Devers gets it down low. Oh, he and Roman didn't connect. An unforced turnover, unfortunately, for the Ghostbirds. They go ahead and get it over to their goalkeeper, who gets it over to the defender. Let's not make it easy on him. Let's put some pressure on him here. We're just making some real not great mental errors there. Shenyan trying to take a swipe at him. Stepped out of bounds, stepped over the line, so we're offside. So he's going to go for 30 seconds here. So, yeah, we just got to clean up some of these mental errors. And we're playing with an extra guy in the defensive zone, since that's going to be, since we already got a penalty on us anyway. So go ahead and take it. Elshner moves it over to 3. That's Piscini. I think we had an illegal screen, so that's going to blow it dead, but that's going to go back to them. We're going to get a 30-second penalty. That is going to be on Shenyan.
Shenyan called for offside. There'll be a 30-second timeout.
6:55. So, yeah. Those are the kind of things we just got to get cleaned up. So 10-2 Middleton. Okay, so Middleton brings it in. 6:22, we'll get somebody back, hopefully, not before then. Oh, that just trickled in. Oof. Darn it all.
Rowan Johnson with the score. That'll be a hat trick.
Boy, yeah, it's really frustrating when you see just every bounce going their way. Oh, frustrating. Yeah, you had it saved, and it just kind of trickled over. It's one of those nights. Our shot trick would have trickled away, but what can you do? So that makes it 11-2. They get the man up. Goal. See if Nathan can't get us something here. They did make a change, and you know, good for them. I think they got a ton of seniors, so good for them, working hard and trying to get their guys some room. Wafel has it. He gets it up. Oh, unfortunately we had it, but nice job to stay on side. Wafel tried the stick check from behind, but didn't quite dislodge the ball. All right, so number 24 has it for them, over to 10. They had I think they were offside, or illegal substitution. Go, go, go with it, go. Yep, they can sit and debate, we go. So Brockington has it, Brockington lost it. See if he can get it back. That gets popped up. What do we got here? Make a push without the ball. That's just one of those games. They'd done it about 30 seconds earlier and didn't get called on the last scrum, and then we do. One of those matches. So nice pressure. If Wafel's able to snag it. Tried to, but it went right to one of their guys. That's 11, that's winning. And now they hit 24 coming in, that's Griffin C. They hit 9, we switch. There you go, good job guys. Not losing track. Know where the ball is, but gotta know where your guy is too. Nice job with the save by Carbon. Let's see if we can't dig that out. We're able to get at least out of Pressure's way, but they've got to be able to scoop that up before Mazer loses it, but able to recover. Ken's going to make his move. Devers defending. Stadler in there. Oh, that was a bummer. All right, so 9 with the goal, I think 10 with the assist. Take a look. We had it pretty well defended, but it's snuck through. Yeah, we had it defended. Just sometimes it just happens. All right, here we go. So 12-2. Kane with a shot at it. Let's see if he can come up with it. Good job by Cole Kane. Kane gets it over to Frank. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Grady. Grady gets it over to Rasmussen. And we get to go on offense. Haven't done a lot of that lately, or just tonight in general. But Rasmussen looking for that Shenyan. Oh, Wadzinski lost it momentarily, gets it back. Gets it back over to Rasmussen. Roman making a move. Gets it over to Wadzinski. We had a shot on Shenyan away from the play. So they called it dead since we had possession. I don't know if we have another look at that one or not. Looks like he's getting up. He's gonna. Shenyan's not a big guy, but he's tough. He's not gonna want to hang out there too long. So nice job by Parker to shake it off. Looks like Dose came in for him. Dose in there along with Pirkett. Stadler, our middies. Devers coming on in as well. I like getting Stadler right there in front. Freshman, but he's a pretty big, strong kid, so I think that's working there. He's only going to get better there. Rowe making a move over to Wadzinski. Wadzinski trying to open up. Good patience. Good patience. See what Wadzinski has. He's hitting Roman. Sets a good screen. Roman rips one. Hey, there you go. Roman Rasmussen from Wadzinski. Nice little two-man game there. Wadzinski with a nice job. First gave it up, then set a nice screen, and Rowe had an angle. Able to shoot it low. Able to sneak it by. So there you go. Nice job. Frank back out again. They tried one. Nice job by O. Good hustle by Van Helden to almost get the possession there. I don't, you know, that Chelsvig, he's really good in the face-off area. He's just got that build too. He's got the build that's right for it. He won it clean. He ran down, and why not take a shot? You know, that's a guy who does all the dirty work. You certainly don't mind him taking a shot when he had a good look, and that was a good look. So good for him. Is that going to be turned over? Looked like it was out, but I'm very far away, so apparently it was not. And now I didn't see what was called, but our possession. All right, so Nathan Frank has it. Creates a little space for himself. Now gets it back over to Brockington. All right, move, boys. Over to Grady Schmidt. Schmidt loses it. Back over to Brockington. We're going to have to move the ball or we're going to get a failure. Yep. That's a shot, but from pretty far away. And, of course, their goalie was closest to it by about a good 15 yards. So there wasn't much debating that should be a Middleton possession. So Middleton back on the attack. 12-3, your score. About just a little over 2 minutes left here on the third. Dick's back defending. See Kane out at LSM. Oh, that was number 3. Tried to snap one, but he didn't get turned all the way around. Piscini, and he didn't quite get it on net. But 7 Johnson was back, and so that's going to go back over to Middleton. So Everson over to Kalschner, Kalschner to Mazer. Like an illegal screen, yep. Yeah, he was moving on that one. Let's go ahead and get that thing moving now. So Brockington will go and recover. Appreciate them calling that and not just kind of looking at the scoreboard and saying, let's let things go. Good job by the officiating crew there. Roman Rasmussen now has it. Holman gets rid of it to Wadzinski. Wadzinski gets a touch. Good job. All right, so see Leo Dose coming in for Kane. There's a short stick midi. Good to see Parker Shenyon back out there. They're putting some pressure out high on Rasmussen. About 1 minute left in the third. Pretty good save there. Good job, though, by Dose to get the rebound. Oh, looked like Dose had it for a second there. And got it over to Devers, but those guys couldn't quite hang on. Good pickup. Nice job by Brockington. Rode him right out of there. Nice job. Yep, that was a timeout by Middleton. Looked like he might have used the off arm to fend off. I think 29 may have gotten away with one there, Giroux, but nonetheless, they will keep possession because of the timeout. 32.4 left in the third. 12-3 your score. So far, it's been Rasmussen from Wadzinski in the first, Parker Shenyon from Wadzinski in the second, and Rasmussen from Wadzinski in the third.
First night's 50-50 raffle, so please pull your tickets. The prize for tonight is $100.
$100. Somebody's going to get 50-50. I ran that all last year. Now I'm here doing this. Jason Carbon's our guy doing most of it today, but somebody's going to get 100. Have the choice of taking $100 or perhaps even returning it to the club. I know we've had a little bit of that, which we appreciate.
If you are our winner, please.
I think last year, we netted something like I don't know, I think we netted like $1,400 for the year or something like that. Yeah, no, that can get you some equipment. And with a program that's still kind of in a, we're still in our third year as far as a WIAA sport, and so we're in a bit of a step-by-step as far as funding situation. So I don't know if it's by year 4 or year 5 we'll be fully funded by the 2 co-op schools, but we're kind of little by little getting more and more funding from the school, but still it takes a lot to give these guys a great experience. So we appreciate everybody who sponsored us too. We got some really great sponsors. I don't have the list in front of me, but I know that they do get read off here at the game, and that's something that great work. And hopefully we can get some sponsors that can get their information shown in next year's broadcasts. So Middleton puts it in, going down to about 25 seconds here. See if we can't get a stop here. Let's not let this one get away. That fumbled momentarily, but recovered. Going up the middle there. Nice job by Carbs. Oh, no. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. There we go. There we go. It's going to be 2.3. Brockington's just going to take the shot, and not a bad looking shot. Not a bad looking shot. Why not? Why not, Cade?
The Middleton Cardinals 12.
So it's 12-3.
The Pere Central Ghostbirds 3.
You know, we haven't been bad. It's been we haven't possessed it a ton, but we've actually hung in there fine against, again, a senior-dominated team who's just very, very good. I mean, there's just no way around it. And early on, they were getting a ton of bounces, and boy, that's a tough combination. When we have our banged up squad against a really good team playing well, getting bounces, that's a tough order. But we did a good job of starting to match their intensity, starting to match some aggressiveness. And again, they're playing physical, but a good physical. That's how lacrosse is played, kind of a physical, not a just hacking away in a dirty kind of physical. So they're playing the game the way it should be played and the way the rules allow. And they're getting some benefit from it. So, and we've looked much better when we've started to do that as well. And that's what I want to see in the fourth. I mean, the chances of us shutting them down and scoring 10 goals to pull this thing out, I don't know that there's real good odds on that, but hey, let's just play some good lacrosse and feel good about what we're doing. We had a Janesville team on Saturday that we're going to play down in Kimberly that's on paper, a very even matchup. So, if we can do some really good things against a team that's much, much better than them, that can bode well for maybe what we can do against Janesville. Janesville, I think, like us, I think is a solid squad and has some things that they do well, and I'm sure some things that we can exploit. So we'll see what that looks like. But for now, we got one more quarter against Middleton, and let's just play some good lacrosse, play some good quality lacrosse, and see where that takes us. Looks like they're trying somebody new in the circle. Is that somebody new in there? I think it is. Can't see the number. 36. That's I don't have a 36 on the roster too, but somebody different. So good for their coach. Glad to see them do that. Glad to see some different guys in there. We don't have a ton of options. We'll get a few guys in there, I'm sure, as this game goes, but we got, between the guys who have kind of been in the rotation, we don't have a ton of healthy bodies. We got a lot more guys in street clothes than you'd like to see, but hopefully we can get a couple of them back here late. Nice job by Nathan Frank. Was reading that and got the loose ball. Frank, go ahead and get the touch. Nathan, good job. See what Wafel has. He's got it. He's getting it down to Roman Rasmussen. Looks like they're going to call that to, Wafel's going to go to the net. And they're a bigger guy with some size. I know they've run that a few times. Beavers with a move. It's nice catch by Wadzinski. That was a little bit low, but did a good job of going down and getting it. Wadzinski Tried to pass over to Devers. Probably just a little late with the pass. Couldn't quite fight through the double team. So that's going to be a turnover to Middleton. 24 puts it in. Over to 11. I've seen a few different numbers out there, I think, which, again, I praise the Middleton coach for getting a few different guys in there. I mean, this, I think a winner and loser has been kind of decided here. So, you know, now it's just about us trying to get a little momentum. You know, I give them a little credit for getting maybe a few different guys in there. Although now it looks mostly the regulars, but let's see if we can't get that away. No, we can't. All right, so it's over to Piscini. Piscini making a move to the middle. Shot high and wide, but Johnson was back there, so they're going to retain possession. They go ahead and get it in. Stadler's going to have to get him pushed out. Oh, yep. I think Bennett let him get a little lower than he would have liked. It's going to be Aschenbach. Yeah, I think Bennett just let him get a little bit lower than he wanted and then kind of overcommitted. He was able to sneak it in between Owen and the post. That's going to be 13-3 with 9:47 left. Like Dose and Wafel will go out as your middies along with Frank taking the draw. That's 36, another one of our mystery men. And they were able to fortunately get it over to them. Oh, there we go. That's going to be a turnover. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and whistle it, but yeah, I think Johnson just lost it. That happens. So Brockington's going to stay up front there. Wafel stayed back for him. All right. Oh, yeah, a little bit lax on the pass there over to Rasmussen, and that let Long Pole pick it off. But thankfully for us, they also had an errant pass. And we'll go back to the Ghostbirds. So Henry Mako, see if we can't get somebody in there for Mako. Gosh darn it all, they didn't see it. Thankfully we were offside, they didn't see it. But we kind of lacked communication there between some of our guys. So Wafel has it. He has it, makes one move. I think we're going to take a timeout there. Yeah, it's not a bad timeout. Let's go ahead and get that possession. That's our second and final timeout of the half, and that's okay. You know, we're not going to have to save it for a last second victory play here on this one, so not a bad time to use it. 8:45 left. I'm sure they'll use one of theirs to maybe get a little rest in there at some point, maybe make some substitutions, maybe save a possession. So we were a little bit out of sorts on that one. We're a little bunched up, so Coach Hayden went ahead and took one. So 13-3. You know, some of these games, sometimes when they get out of hand, you see some ugliness. You know, whether it's in frustration by the losing team or the winning team taking some liberties, but I'm not seeing that. So credit to both squads for, again, respecting the game and playing it right. So that's it's important. Playing the game right, playing it with respect, playing it with discipline. You like to see those things. So Wadzinski's going to go ahead and bring it in off the timeout. Just see if we can't get one. You know, I guess first goal is to get a goal in each period. We did that each of the three. Now let's see if we can't get one more. So Rasmussen down low over to Wadzinski. See if they're going to work a little two-man effort there. Stadler with the screen. Sometimes you see what you can create for matchups. I see we're got a long pole situation there with Henry Mako. Hey, there's a rip by Wadzinski. His first of the night to go with his 3 assists. so there you go. So Wadzinski made a move in. Made it look like he wanted to go left. Got 14 to commit a little bit, and then he came into the middle and ripped. So there you go. Nice goal by Wadzinski. So at least, you know, one thing, we've scored a goal in each of the 4 periods so far. It'd be nice to put up a crooked number here, get a couple more here in the 4th. Again, 13-4. You know, the winner has been determined, but you know, it'd sure be nice to be able to do something there. Have a good finish to this. And I'm sure they'll put in some different guys. Did we have it? No, we lost it, but good job Rasmussen doing some harassing. See Wadzinski can make it hard for their guy. He does on the defender. Let's see if Leo Doze can come in. Doze, well, we went for the big hit, able to jar it loose, but that came back. Let's see. Nice job by Owen Carbon. They got a little cute on that one, and which, hey, you know what? When you're up, sometimes you'll tend to do that. And Carbon was able to shut him down. Oh, Rockington unfortunately lost the handle. Have to pick guys up. Stay back, Michael. Stay back, Michael. There you go. All right, thrown away. All right. That's the thing, you know, sometimes when the pace picks up, you'll transition, you can have numbers, but sometimes you can force some turnovers. So I see Grayson Pierkett getting some action out there. It's one of our short stick middies. And we tried for Wadzinski, but unfortunately, see that they're really covering that. They're just not giving space. You know, sport is about time and space, and we haven't seen the kind of time and space you'd like to. But that has a lot to do with what the opponent has been able to do to us. Yeah, I think they were over. Yep. Yeah, they were off. They were offside. So, well, not offside. I guess I don't know what they called there, because it wouldn't be an offside. Should have been a penalty, but regardless. And it's Stadler. Like they might have tiptoed offside there too, but no call. So getting down close to 6.5 minutes here. Rasmussen has it up to Pierkett. Oh, lost it. Yep. Lost it and just didn't know he had. So that's going up the up. Oh, let's go get that. Let's go get that. Wayful is able to grab. All right. And the midi stays. Gets a touch. Oh, scoop that back up, Dane. Come on. Using the stick handling. Gets it over to. Oh. That's one I'm sure Roman would have liked that back. Looked like he had some space there. We're going to go ahead and keep a long pole in there for offense. Row, that's where you want. You want, you know, row with one-on-one with the goalie. Oh, Wayful lost it. Ah, there we go. Got it back. Let's, I didn't think we had any timeouts left. Huh, not sure on that one. Yeah, Middleton didn't have possession, so I'm not sure what happened there. We had used our timeouts.
Not sure what happened there, but a timeout taken.
We're all confused here in the booth. Either they let us take our third timeout or they let Middleton take a timeout when they didn't have possession.
The Pere Central apparently took a third timeout.
All right, so, yeah, not sure. You know, maybe it was Middleton that took an earlier timeout that we weren't sure on. But anyway, the three guys who matter most said it was okay. So no argument for me. All right, so yeah, let's, you know what, again, we got that goal in this period. Let's make it let's put up a crooked number here. Let's win the period. You know, we're not going to win the game. Not down 13-4 with 5:40 left. But let's win the period. All right, so Wadzinski is going to bring it in. Gets it down over to Rowe. Rasmussen brings it. A couple of cutters, I like it. Let's get some movement, guys. See, definitely, oh, come on now. Go get it, Devers. No. Hot out. Nice job. Prevented the long pole goal. Oh, Grayson, come on, Grayson, grab it. We had a push without the ball. All right, so, all right, come on, Devers. There you go. Oh, and then we didn't recognize that we were offside. Gosh darn it. Yeah, gotta pay attention when you hit a long pole like that. You gotta pay attention. All right, so that was a disappointing turnover. '29 trying to get that up. Good. Scooped up. Come on, Shenyon, stay with it. There you go, Parker. Gets it over to Rowe. Rowe gets it over to Stadler. Stadler get the touch. There we go, there's a touch. Wadzinski has it. About 4.5 minutes left. Wadzinski up to Rowe. Rowe rips one, there you go. Roman from Wadzinski. All right. Here we go, boys. Well, they got that multi-goal period. You know, let's just play well here. Play well the last 4:20. That was a nice play. Play well the last 4:20. I'm sure we'll get a few different guys in there. See Kane out there. I see Leo Dose going and getting some action. So, you know, we're rotating a few guys in. So let's just win this last, just win this last period. I remember what the score was at the period. Was it 12-3? I think it was 12-3. So, so far we're winning the period. Now, let's just do that. Let's win the fourth. Again, we're not going to put up 9 goals in the last 4:20 to win this thing, but let's just try to win this fourth. Nice job by their face-off guy. He's their number 2 face-off guy there. I think that was a push without the... Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, so picking guys up. There you go. Got us for a push on that one. Illegal, well, they called it an illegal procedure, so I don't know if we crossed the 30 before we were supposed to. Maybe that's what happened. Anyway, it's hard up here in the box sometimes to catch what they're trying to tell you. Mazer has it. Goes down low to Johnson. Still got their starters out there as far as the attackers. 37 is Kalschner. He's making a move. Looked like he lost it momentarily. Good job by Owen to take away the angle. Only went for the rip. That was Arp, but he was wide. Johnson was the closest, so again, they retain possession. So Arp over to Rossini. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that's 9. Yeah, we got caught back door on that one. That was 9 was the Everson. It was Johnson with the assist. Yeah, that was 9. Yeah, we kind of got caught in no man's land there. We've given up a few backdoor goals in no man's. He wasn't sure whether to slide him out or whether to stay with his guy. It happened a couple of times here today. All right, so Frank gonna take the draw again, 14-5. And really, what I'm looking at, it's 2-2 in the fourth. So let's win this fourth. Battling there, Grady Schmidt out there. Grady going hard. I think they still got pretty much all their starters in there yet. A little surprised by that. Stadler, grab it, Bennett, grab it, Bennett. Good job by Owen Carbon to settle things down. All right. Owen Carbon comes out. He's looking out. Ah, shoot. He didn't see the substitute come in. He was looking for Shenyan, but the sub came in right in front. All right, 14 from 7. Dowd with the goal, 7 with the assist. I think my theory of winning the fourth quarter, that must be, for us losing by a bunch, it's important. It must be important to them on this one. They certainly are keeping their guys out, so that, there's something they're looking to do as well. All right, so 15-5, 2:25 left. If Graham Dix can cut him off, he can. Good job. All right, come on now. Don't let him pad stats here. Let's get some stops. All right, getting down to about 1:45 here in the contest. Nice save by Carb. The guys did a pretty good job of making the guy at least take a different angle. Mako hits Van Helden. Van Helden gets it over, tries to get over to Frank. Wafel has it. Makes a move. Yeah, nobody moved. Got to move, boys. Can't expect some double teams. Give him a push. There you go. There you go. Yeah, if we can keep the starters out and kind of dog it, I'm glad to see the turnover there. Here we go. All right, let's see. Getting 1 minute left. Left less than that, about 45 seconds now. Rasmussen tries to hit Wafel, but they just didn't quite connect. About 30-some seconds. Does a good job of putting some pressure on him. Good hit by Grady Schmidt. That's going to go over to us with about 23 seconds left. All right, so play in. Oh, shoot. That was a unfortunate miss. Nice pick by Van Helden. Oh, yeah, you got to go to the ball. Got to go to the ball. Now they're going to call an illegal screen. Yep. 4.7 left. And it's going to end 15-5. So that's a very, very senior-laden, very good, very excellent Middleton squad. They're going to be deep. They're going to go deep into the playoffs. That's a team that can win it. And yeah, with our banged-up squad, I think right now, I would have loved to see it full strength. I think things would have looked much better, but we're not full strength. So it is what it is. So our guys did a great job battling, though. I will say that. They stayed in there. Middleton was pressuring like crazy. Every bounce went their way, and what can you do? When a good team gets that kind of, those kind of bounces, that's tough sledding. But our guys hung in there, so credit to them. 15-5 your final. Goals, Roman Rasmussen with 3 goals, Wadzinski with a goal and 4 assists, Parker Shenyan with a goal, and that wraps it up. So that's the home slate for us. We're not sure what we'll get for a regional. I think we're probably going to go on the road. on the regional, get a bye, but go on the road. But who knows? That's just a guess. I did a little bracketology myself earlier in the week, and a lot could change. A lot could change. Some lacrosse, but to happen. But I think we're probably sitting in that 9-10 seeding kind of a thing. So anyway, your final is 15-5. Last home match for all these seniors here at De Pere. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. And hopefully we'll have some coverage of some of the other road games. Won't be by this group, but Old Bird Media, as always, did a great work. So thanks for tuning in and supporting Old Bird Media and some of the things that they're doing to bring you high school sports, in this case, high school lacrosse. So final sign off. Again, the Middleton Cardinals 15 and your De Pere Central Ghostbirds 5. Have a great night.